Hello and bienvenidos to Life's Questions and Lessons. I'm your host, Charity Youngblood, and I am so grateful that you are here with me today. This season, we're going deep to help you rediscover who you are. So let's get started with today's question. What makes you you? What makes you you? So last episode, we had this same question. So if you heard last episode and you thought, wait a second, did we already do this? We did. But what I really want to make sure that with this podcast, I want you to feel supported. And last week, someone reached out to me and said, what if I don't know what makes me me? So I wanted to try to have a specific process episode so that you can kind of see what this process of exploration and really exploring these questions for yourself, what it might look like, and really more importantly, what to do when you get stuck. So if you saw this question last time and you thought to yourself, I don't know, I really don't know what makes me me. Or if you felt uncomfortable, if you found yourself going, I don't know, like these questions are challenging for me when I have to think about myself. And first things first, I really encourage you to notice that. So just notice those feelings that are coming up. Take a deep breath, go outside for a walk, play a song that, makes you smile. Matter of fact, go to a mirror and smile at yourself. Whatever you need to do to kind of put you in a different state of mind, do that first. Okay. And that's super, super important because when we ask ourselves questions like these, questions that are really important in our lives and in our growth, the first thing is to make sure you're in the right state. So first things first, notice where you are. If you're feeling really uncomfortable, if you're feeling like you're judging yourself, if you're feeling anything other than flowing through and exploring the question, acknowledge that and do whatever you need to do to kind of get into that mindset of, I'm ready to ask this question. So those are the first two steps, right? And if you do feel stuck when you get to the point where you're ready to ask the question and you still feel like, I really don't know. I don't know what makes me me, and I'm uncomfortable with even thinking about that. Ask yourself why. So that would be the next step. What exactly is uncomfortable with exploring, that particular question? What am I uncomfortable by when I think about what makes me me? So that would kind of be the next step. What specifically am I held up in on that particular question? So what we're really doing and what I'm trying to get you to understand how to do more naturally is to dig into each question. So each question kind of leads to the next question. So I really wanted to have an episode like this. If this is helpful for you, please let me know. Send me a message. You already do. So send me a message on LinkedIn, direct message on LinkedIn, or in the email, which is in my email in the description. But I really want to make sure that you feel supported in this process. This work can be very challenging, and sometimes I forget because I do this every day throughout the day with myself. It's very natural to me. Sometimes it's hard for me to remember that this might be the first time that you're really dealing with self-reflection in this way. And when you get stuck on a question, or if you feel yourself judging yourself, you might not know what to do, and that's normal. But I want to make sure that I am doing my job and making sure that you feel supported. So be patient with me and let me know how it's going. If you feel yourself getting stuck, if you feel certain emotions around a particular question, let me know where you are, because that way I can kind of guide you and provide you with as much support as I can through the podcast to make sure the next, step comes easier to you or more simple. So Again, this is more of a process episode. I hope this was helpful for you. As always, please rate and review this podcast wherever you're listening to my words. And if this was helpful for you, please share it. We are here on this planet to help each other. So if it was helpful for you, it's probably going to be helpful for someone else. And until next time, take care.